Welcome to NRL Tips 2024. NRL Tips Round 1. In Thursday's game we'll see Newcastle Knights will host Canberra Raiders at McDonald Jones Stadium. Newcastle and the Raiders last faced off in an epic extra-time final last year filled with drama and will get the rivalry fired up again for Round 1. At McDonald Jones Stadium, the Knights knocked Canberra out of the premiership race, with Dally M winner Callan Ponga kicking an 89th-minute penalty goal to secure a 30-28 win. While no one is expecting quite the same fireworks to start the season, there's plenty on the line for both teams who will field vastly different lineups. The Knights have lost Lachlan Fitzgibbon and try-scoring whiz Dominic Young from that final team, while the Raiders farewelled Jack Whiten in the off-season. Corey Horsburgh and Sebastian Kris remain suspended, giving coach Ricky Stewart the opportunity to test out some new blood in their season opener. Knights forward Jacob Saifiti escaped a ban for his dangerous contact charge in Week 2 of the pre-season challenge and is free to be named. Hooker Jayden Brayley is racing the clock to overcome the hamstring injury that kept him out of the pre-season challenge. Should he fail to come up, Phoenix Crossland would take the number 9 jersey. Raiders, with Corey Horsburgh and Seb Kris suspended for the season opener, the Raiders will unleash some fresh faces to start the season. Ethan Strange, who is tipped to become a fixture in the side with his ability to play in the centres and halves, is free to be named after copping a fine for his dangerous throw charge. The Knights won their last 6 games at home, and I'll be tipping them to do the same in front of what will likely be a hefty crowd by Thursday night standards. I will tip Knights by 1-12. New Zealand Warriors will host Cronulla Sharks on Friday night at Go Media Stadium, New Zealand. The Sharks almost always lose in round 1 of the season, 9 of the last 10 in fact. Given that alarming statistic, and given they have to travel to New Zealand and play a team that have won their last 5 in a row at home, it's hard to tip against the Warriors here. To make matters worse, I'm hearing suggestions Nicker Hines isn't as likely to play in round 1 as the Sharks are letting on. Note that Roger Tuivasa-Sheck makes his return to the game he prefers. It's always nice to welcome home a Dally M medal winner. By looking at this lineup I tip Warriors by 1-12. Another Friday night game we'll see Melbourne Storm will host 3 times Premiership Penrith Panthers. Storm. Cameron Munster is named to play as he continues to battle a pre-season groin injury but will likely still need to pass some tests before Friday to be declared good to go. Joe Chan has earned a starting role in Melbourne's competitive back row, with Trent Loiero moving to lock and new recruit Sean Bloor listed as 18th man. Ryan Papenhuisen is back in the number 1 jersey after an incident-free few months on the injury front. Panthers. Jerome Luai will play his first game since being injured midway through last year's grand final victory, while Sunia Taruva is set to line up on the wing after being injured in the World Club Challenge last month. Taylor May gets first crack at filling the centre void created by Stephen Crichton's departure. In the absence of Mitch Kenny, it's second-year hooker Luke Summerton who gets the nod to start at number 9, with Tyrone Peachey named on the bench and likely to see minutes at dummy half. By looking at this lineup, Storms will be strong at home crowd, but I will tip Panthers by 1-12. Saturday's games we'll see Parramatta Eels will host Canterbury Bulldogs at CommBank Stadium, Sydney. Eels, with Micah Sevo serving a 3-game ban, Bailey Simonson shifts to the wing and new recruit Morgan Harper partners Will Penasini in the centres. Joey Lussick is named to start at hooker with Brendan Hands coming off the bench. Ryan Matterson, back, is right to go off the bench, but Wiremu Greg, hamstring, will miss the season opener. Bulldogs, new skipper Stephen Crichton lines up at centre alongside Jacob Carraz with Blake Taft to start at fullback. After starting both pre-season clashes, former Rooster Drew Hutchison and Matt Burton are the halves. Jaeman Salmon gets first shot at lock with Josh Curran starting on the bench alongside Kurt Mann, Curtis Morin and Sam Hughes. The Eels have won 7 of their past 8 games against the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have won only 2 of their past 15 games at CommBank Stadium. Eels fullback Clint Gutherson has scored 9 tries in his past 10 games against the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have opened with a win only once in the past 7 years. Eels 5'8" Dylan Brown will make his 100th NRL appearance, therefore I think Eels will win this game by 1-12. We'll see another strong game between Gold Coast Titans and Dragons at CBUS Super Stadium. Titans, Keanu Kinney takes over in the number 1 jersey with Jaden Campbell likely to miss the first month with a knee injury. The absence of David Fifita, pectoral, sees Beau Firma move to the left edge while Cleese Haas claims the other second-row spot with former Bronco Keenan Palasia at lock. AJ Brimson is right to go in the centres after failing HIA in Week 2 of the preseason challenge, while Isaac Liu, knee, is clear to play in his 250th NRL game. Dragons, coach Shane Flanagan has stuck with Terrell Sloan at fullback and Zach Lomax on the wing for the season opener. Hooker Jacob Liddell, hamstring, and prop Blake Laurie, ribs, are good to go. The versatile Connor Moulizan and NRL debutant Viliami Fifita are part of a new look bench that also includes former Bulldog Raymond Faitala Mariner and Michael Molo. By looking at this, I tip Dragons win by 1-12. Last game of NRL Round 1 we'll see Radcliffe Dolphins takes on North Queensland Cowboy at Suncorp Stadium, Brisbane. Dolphins, the loss of Origin forward Tom Gilbert to a ruptured ACL brings Ray Stone in at lock and Kenny Bromwich will come from the bench. Halfback Sean O'Sullivan failed at HIA against the Warriors in Week 2 of the preseason challenge, but he is right to line up alongside Cody Nikorima in the halves. Former Broncos Herbie Farnworth and Tom Flegler should feel right at home as they launch their Dolphins careers on familiar turf at Suncorp Stadium. Tessie Niu and Jack Bostock team up on the left side with no room in the 17 for Ewan Aitken or new recruit Jake Averillo. Cowboys, veteran Kyle Felt has won the battle for the right wing spot, with Semi Valame named among the reserves. Zach Laybutt will play his 5th NRL game as he takes over at centre from the departed Peter Hiku. The season-ending injury to Cohen Hess sees Jason Taumalolo starting at prop and Sam McIntyre joining the bench. Thomas McHale's strong trial form wasn't enough to win him a spot in the 17 as he is listed among the reserves alongside Jack Gosiewski and Jake Clifford. For our last tipping, I'll go for Dolphins 1-12. Please do gamble responsible. You don't have to follow all my tipping, I am just giving you idea. Please do subscribe to my channel for get some fair ideas and updates.